Aloha, everybody, and welcome to I'm Just Kitty. That's right, the show is called I'm Just Kitty, not I'm Just Kidding, because it's a play on words where I get to say things and then follow it up with I'm Just Kitty when I'm really not kidding. I mean it. I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna I'm not gonna hold back this time. I had a podcast prior to this, and it was interesting because that podcast at the time was a introductory of David, which is my name, my legal name, and me, Kitty. So kind of like passing the torch from one to the other, and well, here we are now. It's just me, and well, sure, he still exists at some point, but anyway, the point of this episode today, what we're gonna talk about is, I guess I'll call it a reboot. Yeah, I'm calling it a reboot because I had to recast a lot of people in my life. Like friends, family, acquaintances. There are people that I've had to cut off, people that have cut me off. People that I have went separate ways with, and some of them for reasons some of them for good reasons, some of them not so much the best reasons. Sometimes I don't even know why we're no longer associating with, which is fine. It is what it is. But I guess I'm at that point now where I've been shit on for too long, and I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm not gonna let people shit on me. And I've been quiet for so long because I find that when you open your mouth about a problem or an injustice, sometimes, a lot of times, all the time, for me, I become the bad guy. I'm the asshole. I'm the problem. When I wouldn't have said any of those things if, you know, if the first thing didn't happen, whatever it was. If that didn't happen, I wouldn't have said this. So cause and effect, all right? So if I said something off color and you were offended, it's probably because you deserved it, because you caused it, you started it. And so don't get mad at me when I open my mouth up back to you, when I talk back to you, because I'm a quiet person. I keep to myself. I mind my own business. I don't mess with anyone. I don't shit on anybody that doesn't, I don't shit on anybody. I don't. I don't remember the last time I did shit on someone. I think it was, I don't even remember. I really don't. But somehow, for some reason, people want to do that to me because I don't say anything. And because I'm trying to be a kind person, but sometimes these people mistake kindness for weakness, and it's time that I let them know, like, hey, listen, I was only quiet because I didn't want to hurt your fucking feelings. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, and anyway, let's move on. Okay, so what was I gonna? Oh yeah, and because here's the thing. Can this is gonna be like a gripe fest or a rant episode because for most of you that know me, I'm pretty positive, pretty positive. I guess that's the only word I can think of right now. That was fun loving, all the stuff, all the things that you want to laugh. And let me read you a quote that someone just shared with me, or yeah, because okay. Functional depression is real. You work, joke, and take care of your family, yet mentally you're drowning in your own thoughts and no one knows. Anybody else go through that? Like you just go through life, you're just like, hey, how are you? You're the best person to be around. People love being around you. They love your energy and being surrounded by you and the things that you love. But they don't know that you're hurting inside. You're just dying inside, and you're just like one negative thing away from snapping. And however that happens, however you react, or however you snap, that's up to you. But for me, when I snap, it happens when I go off the rails. I'll say things that I don't mean. I'll say some pretty harsh shit. I don't know. Call it being Filipino. Maybe I learned it from people around me, that because when you're mad, you just want to vomit out all the negativity. So you say all the things you can think of, right? Um, and I gotta say, I'm running out of punching bags, like scam artists, scam techs. Those people that want to take your money that you work hard for. I'm running out of those people to text because they change their number or whatever. They don't respond, or and because let me tell you guys, when you get a scam text or anything like that, those are the people that you can say whatever the hell you want to. You cannot offend them. You cannot be canceled. You cannot it these are the people that you are supposed to say all the things you're not supposed to say things to. You can say the N word, the C word, all the words that you're not allowed to say. And for me, that's what I do to these scammers. I don't know their ethnicity. And I don't know. I just say all the slurs. And that's not racist because I'm saying all of them, which means it's equality. Okay? I'm an equal opportunity offender. All right? And yeah, and plus, need I remind you, they're scam artists trying to take your money. Okay? Their feelings don't matter. You just put it out of your mind that they're people with feelings and battles that you can't see. Fuck them. If they're trying to steal your money, any decency that they should receive went out the window. Okay, they want to steal your money. They want to, and in turn that'll make your life miserable and affect everything in your life. So yeah, that's my advice to you. If you ever get like a scam text and you're feeling good at the time, don't worry. Save it. Save their number and then, or the text or whatever. And then wait until one day you're going to get pissed off, because you will. You will get pissed off. Someone's going to say something to you, and it's not going to be worth it to destroy that relationship. It's not going to be worth it to get into a fight or go to jail or be canceled. So what do? You pull out your phone, look for the punching bag, and then you say all the things, okay? But I run out of punching bags. I think I've broken them all. So here I am doing this recording, doing this episode. We're 8 minutes in. And yeah, so, it's, I guess one of the things that have really been on my mind lately was, because like I don't, sometimes on my Instagram posts, earlier, okay, let me just start over a little bit. When I first came out as Kitty on Instagram or social media, I wasn't prepared for the negativity that I was going to receive from strangers. And let me tell you, I am grateful for those strangers' negativities, their hateful comments. I am grateful for all of it, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have built such thick skin, such resilience to words from strangers. It took me a minute for me to realize that, hey, Their thoughts and opinions don't matter because I don't fucking know them. I don't know them. Why should I care? And that's the mentality I carry with me every single time I get like a negative comment. Sometimes I'll fire back. And and then when I fire back, let me tell you, it's not nice. It's within it's within the constraints of, what is that word? What is it? The rules of Instagram. Like you can't they can't take my account down for having used the words that I use. I'm a wordsmith, okay? I find ways to, you know, fuck them. So let's go back to what I was trying to convey earlier. When I first came out as Kitty, I had friends that would support me. They would cheer me on, like, yeah, okay, cool, yeah, do you. I got you. I respect you. Yeah. And then when things start to happen, like my Instagram started to blow up, I started to get more bookings. I started, you know, getting recognition for just for having a large following or for having a growing following. All of a sudden, the same people, some of them, have turned on me. They would say stuff like, "Yeah, well, she became Kitty to become famous." I'm like, "Bitch, I didn't know I was gonna be famous. I just did this because this is what I wanted to do. I'm doing me the way I want to do me. You do you the way you do you. Why can't I do me the way I do me?" And then and I do it, and shit starts happening for me, good things, and then now you want to shit on me? No, that's called a shitty friend. That is a shitty friend or a shitty person, you know? And this same person that would like talk shit about me and say those things, um, I was pretty graceful in the way I handled that. I found out that they were going to be on my show at Noy Pits, because I host a show every Wednesday at Noy Pits Town Square at 7:30. Shameless plug. And I found out this comedian was going to be on that show. So instead of kicking this comedian off, because I'm not the kind of person that'll take an opportunity away from someone. If that's their stage time, that is their stage time, and I'll let them have it, despite how I feel about them. But if they're gonna be on my show and having been disrespectful the way they were, I want to make sure that they can back up their shit, that they have the bones to follow me on stage. So what did I do? I told the producer of my show, or my co-producer, I told him, yeah, keep them on. In fact, let them headline. I'm going to go on right before them, and I'm going to give them the show of my life. I'm going to hit them hard, like with every ounce of energy that I have. And I hope this person can ride the energy that I set up for them. So I did that. I killed, got off stage, person got on stage. First thing that uh first thing that they they said when they got on stage, because I opened my show with, "I have a penis," right? This person thought they were gonna be funny when they got on stage and opened with, "I have a bigger penis." I'm like, and the crowd went flat. There was no response. I was like, hmm. Okay. See, I laughed. See, see how graceful and giving I am when no one laughs. I will laugh, okay? Because that's what you want, right? You want to be laughed at. So I gave that to this comedian, and it did not look well for this comedian at all. They just tanked the entire time. They said Thank you for giving me a quiet place to practice that. Twice. They said that twice. And then after the second time, they're like, maybe we should bring the tranny back on stage. I'm like, maybe they should. Maybe we should bring me back on stage because of the shit show that you have up on my stage. How dare you bring a shitty set to my show? And you're getting paid? You're getting paid to be on my show and give a shitty set. How embarrassed do you feel right now? You should quit. You should quit while you can. They didn't quit, but I don't know or see them performing anymore. And when they do, let's just say the last time I saw this person perform did not do well again. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my presence that keeps them from doing well. I don't know. I don't care. That's their problem. So yeah, and and I have friends that I thought I had friends that I could share my heart with. I could you know, I thought I had a safe place to talk about things with another certain individual. So I did. I went to this person and I vented a little bit, and again, I said all the things I was because I was mad. I would say things like, "How dare this person? Blah blah blah. You're gonna come to my show and shit on my show and then bomb? How dare you do that? You're the headliner and you bomb. Like that's my crowd. That was my crowd that they bombed for, and I mean, but that's not the point. Doesn't matter whose crowd it is. You're a comedian. Your job is to make people laugh. And if you're the headliner, you better be stronger than me. You better maybe not stronger, maybe not funnier, but you better be able to follow me. Ride the energy that I set up for you. Okay? It's not that hard. Like all I like here, like I kind of it's kind of like I rolled out the red carpet for you. Like here, I made it easy. Use this energy, but you couldn't. You couldn't do it because you suck. And yeah, while I was venting to this other friend of mine or so, I thought I would say stuff like, "And I'm famous. I'm more famous than that headliner," because they were the headliner for my show, and and this person turns around and starts talking shit about me. I'm like, whoa. So I guess it's time for me to go about this life alone. I don't know. I've always been the loner type, I guess. I guess I'm doomed to walk this path alone because I don't quite fit in. I mean, I get along with people, but every time I get close to someone, it doesn't end well for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's like people like for me, I whenever I do something wrong, I like to address it. I like to talk about it and maybe we can come to some kind of reconciliation. But I'm finding that people would rather lose people than have that hard talk. Which is a shame because after sometimes like maybe a year and a half, 2 years of friendship, best friendship, um, and all of a sudden they cut you off without saying shit. It's like, what? Can you at least tell me what went wrong, what I said wrong, what I did wrong? But no, they don't want to say anything, which is not fair because how is anyone supposed to grow? How is the offender supposed to learn what they did wrong? They should at least know what they did wrong. Um, because then they'll do it again. Or maybe they were wrong. The other person was wrong, and they're too much of a coward to admit it or to, like, yeah. I don't know, guys. This has been on my mind for a little while. Man, I need to change that fucking my what is that? Smoke detector. You can hear it, right? Anyway, 21 minutes or 21 minutes in, and I think I said all I wanted to say for now. I don't know if this is going to be the platform for this kind of content. I don't like to bitch and moan and gripe and groan, um, but I'm losing my mind. Uh, I think it's time that I just put it out there. Just like, listen, hey, this is me. This is what I've been dealing with. This is how I feel. And anybody else out there that who's had let's see, anybody else out there who's been the bad guy after addressing a problem that you've been kind of just ignoring for a while. You've kind of been just like something's been bothering you or people have been bothering you, but you don't say anything for the sake of peace. You want to maintain that peace. You don't want to fight. You don't want to go to jail. Um so you keep your mouth shut. I keep my mouth shut. But the moment you open your mouth, all of a sudden you're the bad guy. You're the asshole. You're the problem. Why? Because I finally said something. And granted, because it took me a while for me to say something, there was a little more passion in my words, a little more aggro, maybe. But again, don't fuck with me. I don't mess with people. I don't fuck with people. I just live my life and do what I do. What I do, how I present, and all that stuff is inconsequential to other people's lives. You know what I mean? Like that, especially the comedian. Like, it's not my fault that no one's booking you. It's not my fault you don't have that many followers. It's not my fault that you can't follow me on stage. Fix yourself. That's a you problem. That's not my problem. That's your problem. Why don't you put yourself out there? Do some content that people fucking like. Tell some jokes that are fucking funny. Mind your business. Do better. You see, a lot of people like to bitch and moan and complain about what other people are doing. I don't do that. I don't care what other people are doing. I look at what's making people successful. Okay? And I do what they're doing. And you know what they're doing? They're not looking at other people and shitting on them. It's always the people that are doing less that have shit to say. Remember that. It's always the people that are doing less that have shit to say because they don't have shit going on. You know what I mean? Don't fuck with me. And I guess for me, it's like I guess I'm not gonna be the type that, and I don't retaliate, not physically at least, or verbally. Lately, what I've been doing was I've been relying on karma, and let me tell you, karma has been. I've been in a relationship with karma for quite some time, for years, I will say, because there was a time where karma was correcting me for a while. Like every time I judged somebody or I scoffed at someone at their situation, Karma had a way of putting me in that situation so that I could learn what that feels like. So I could understand what they're going through. So now every time I'm in like I see a situation related to what I went through or the hardship, anytime I look at someone going through any kind of hardship, regardless of if I've been through that or not, I let them go through it. And I sympathize with them. I don't scoff at them. I don't judge them because I know the moment I say something, I'm gonna be put through that myself. And I'm like, I don't need to go through it to know that it's hard. I already see that it's hard. I respect them. I love them. I wish them the best. So that's where I am now. And and having and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful to have been disciplined the way I was. Because now when people do that to me, karma finds its way to them. Karma does not forget an address. A good friend of mine, Angie Crum, said karma does not forget an address. And let me tell you, it does not. Karma is a bitch. And I can say that because I'm a bitch. Yeah, and bitches relate. And so, and let me give you an example. Someone slandered my name, right? Started talking some shit. And I just, some people, Christians, maybe they give it up to Lord, give it to God, like this is yours. Vengeance is yours, And in my mind, that's the same concept. I'm like, all right, spirit, universe, God, Lord, I'm gonna give this up to you. I'm not gonna whatever they deserve, I pray that they get. It could be good, it could be bad. I'm not wishing I'm not wishing bad on them. I'm not wishing them ill or harm. I am just wishing that they have an opportunity to learn. So, person talks shit, I give it up to the spirit. Moments later, someone breaks into their vehicle and steals all the shit in there. And I read about it on Facebook. Someone had posted about it, and when I was reading that, I was like, "Holy shit, that was fast! That was quick! I can't believe it happened that fast." And it brings me back to a time where a lot of things that have a lot of the people that have messed with me in the past, it reminds me like, oh wow, I remember a person who was a threat to me or, could have been bad for me in the future because let's just say that they had the potential to damage me somehow. I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but I was like, oh, this is not good. You know, that could be a problem later. I don't even remember what it was. It was nothing terrible or horrendous or anything, but it was just something I said a long time ago. I don't know what I said, but anyway, no, no, that's not what it was. It wasn't something I said. No, it was just this bitch, right? That could, I don't know, that was just giving me some shit and I didn't like it. And I was like, universe, I don't like this person. I need you to get them out of my vicinity, out of my life. I don't want to deal with them. And you know what happened? Not instantly though, but this happened like maybe a year or two later. They died in their sleep. I was like, whoa, I didn't want that to happen, but it happened. So what are you gonna do? Let's see what else happened. So a person died. Someone's car got broken into. A comedian bombed on stage. So I don't. Yeah, and the cool part about karma and how karma when karma does their thing. Like for example, the car being broken into and robbed. You know the best thing about that is that like be you can take that as karma. Like I took that as karma for what they did to me, but also I can walk away laughing knowing that I had nothing to do with it physically. I didn't do it, someone else did. So I'm going to laugh. Cuz hey, karma did their thing. That's what you get. That's what happens. So, if you receive it today, I just want you to every eyes closed, every head bowed down. I want you to no, this isn't church. This is not Church of Comedian Kitty, or if you break it, never mind. I'm not going to call it Church of Comedian Kitty because when you turn it into letters, it spells out cock, and no one's going to want to go to the Church of Cock, or maybe some people will, but let's not go there. You know what I mean? That's borderline blasphemous. Well, it depends what kind of church it is. Anyway, so anyway, that's it. That's all I have right now. That's I guess that's what's been brewing on my mind. And actually I feel a lot better now that I said it. And this is out. So if you're listening and have you gotten this far, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know how you deal with people when you've had enough. Maybe you're the type of person that stays quiet too, and you're like, what do I do? How do you're just like one thing away from punching someone in the face, but you don't because you're a peaceful person, right? That's what you are. That's what I am. Let's be peaceful, nonviolent. Let's just watch it in our heads. Like if you need to punch somebody, punch them in your brain. Like just envision them being punched in the brain, being punched in the face, and let that be it. Who knows? Maybe it'll be manifested into real life and somebody else will punch them in the face and then you can walk away like, I didn't do it. So, anyway, yeah. So, what do you do? What do you do when you've had enough? How do you respond? And I think that's the biggest question here. That's the biggest lesson here. And I say this oftentimes, like so many times, like you cannot control what people say or do to you. You can only control how you respond. And the way that I've controlled how I respond was I keep my mouth shut. I give it to karma. Karma gives it back to them tenfold. And that's enough for me. So so please, once again, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time here on I'm Just Kitty. And I've been your host, Kitty Pineapple. Aloha, everybody.